It makes you focus, realizing what can be snatched away at a moment's notice. You worry about all the things that could go wrong. Makes it easy to overthink the new pace of life, the slowness. Underlying anxiety and dread, even when you joke about it all. You develop a love-hate relationship with online video calls. Internet and human connection sometimes patchy and sporadic. Usual joys of life just out of reach. You now miss life being erratic. It makes me think a lot about time and how much of it we all have left. It's made me feel in a rush, heading into my second recession, and I haven't reached 30 yet. I'm planning for the future, for a future that can't be planned. I'm lucky to have some friends that I know will understand. I can't wait to just bump into someone and go for spontaneous pints, which taste even nicer laced with serendipitous delight. Now, any and all meeting times are regimented. Having mercurial plans leaves you feeling cautious and disconnected. I feel like my whole sense of time has just gone. March could have been 2 weeks or 2 years ago. Both somehow seem right and wrong. Every time you see someone now, it's a confusing mix of misconstrued clues and cues that are easy to confuse. Should you hug, wave, or just recede? It's the awkward laugh that follows every elbow bump for me. We strive to connect, even just to be seen sometimes. With too much time on our mind, the devil is making work for us in these idle times. The brain doesn't do well without variety. The lockdown nightmares we had could write the ghost stories for future societies. With the stress we're putting it under, we need to be kind to our minds. It's not always easy, but it's necessary to survive. To find some way to thrive when you're told just to be grateful that you're alive. We try to better ourselves. You're told to use this time, don't lose this time. When really we just need to get through this time. Between the kids in school and the older generation that we have to protect, for us in between, there's just blame and neglect. We don't all own our own homes in which to weather this Henian storm. We're sharing and renting while they're building co-living dorms. As we get let go from what were already 0-hour, temporary, part-time, no sick pay, no holiday contracts, made more money being furloughed than actually working. Christ, how depressing is that? How does it make sense to start a family now? Or to plan a wedding, or a career? Can someone tell me how? Our trips and gigs were cancelled. We tried desperately to scrape back the money we put toward. We felt guilty stressing on such trivial things, but they were, literally, all that we could afford. The summer of staycations at least brought with it some silver linings. Ireland's beauty played a belter when the sun was shining. Fish and chips and sandy feet. It's a very warm 17 degrees. A big bag of socially distanced cans with the lads. A very 2020 sort of fun being had. But the weight of the world would soon set in. As lives were being lost, you'd try to keep perspective on your sense of loss. We're not the enemies of the state that you think. We miss our families too. The majority of us followed the guidelines, despite some examples being shown on the news. Look, the truth is, there are some people that need to do better. I'm just saying, there's been less vociferous reaction to the rates in meat plants and the suicides in direct provision centres. We are struggling, and it's no wonder. Mental health services in this country are a joke that's not funny. You need to invest in your citizens. How many lives have to be lost for you to justify the money? At a time like this, what does it make sense to do? To climb into bed and pull the covers over you. There will always be factors beyond our control, but we always have a choice, and there are things that we can do. There is a hopeful voice within all of us that wills us to go on. In the pit of your stomach, it commands you to rise and get up, knowing that you can face the day and be strong. It reminds you to enjoy living while you're alive, and thanks goodness that you're here. Helps you think about what life could be like in a year. It gets you up in the morning, it puts you back to sleep. It's inside the very bones of you and isn't yours to keep. It's asking you to enjoy the time you have, even at a time such as this. There are travels yet to discover and new lovers yet to kiss. Listen to that voice rising up through your chest. Let it spring forth from your lungs words of kindness that will hopefully reawaken that hopeful voice in someone else. Start where you are. Use what you have for all our future's sake. We need you with us to create the roaring 20s of our state, when we washed the ashes from our hands, the world rising to discover how we changed Ireland into a fairer place that looks after all as sister and brother. How we held firm, how we recovered, how we took care of one another. Sarah Cahill a bhar na dtíne. It's 2020, I'm 28, and my name is Clare.